This is 6 News Now, here for you 24 hours a day, online at WLNS.com.
This morning, Michiganders are waking up to a winter wonderland, but road conditions right now are anything but wonderful.
Yeah, city, county, and state road crews have been working hard for many hours, clearing things up for your commute, but it's still a bit treacherous. So joining us now live somewhere in the greater Lansing area, and it's very loud, is 6 News reporter Michael Thomas.
Yeah, that sounds like Saginaw. Is that where you're at, Michael?
Yes, it is. Yes, I am at Saginaw, and I would have grabbed my other microphone, but I didn't have enough time. But yes, everyone, I'm right here at Saginaw, right where Lansing and East Lansing meets. Let me move out of the way so you can see the roads. Now, we went everywhere. We were over by the Lansing Mall. Those roads looked good. That was deeper over on Saginaw. We went on 496. Those roads also looked good, and 127 as well. But the one thing we did notice was that left-hand lane was not as clear as the right-hand lane. Now, officials in the Lansing area have really been out clearing out these roads and salting major trunk lines, bridges, and overpasses since about 7 o'clock last night. Now, those side streets and rural roads are still being cleared out. And you can even see there that gentleman is still clearing out a lot of parking lots. When we were over by the Lansing Mall, those parking lots had not been cleared out yet. Downtown Lansing was also being cleared out just around probably, I think, maybe 6:15 or so this morning, and that's because the snow was still coming down. But the snow is it's very fluffy, so I don't know if you'll be able to make a snowman, but yeah, a nice good little snow day, but drive safe out there on those roads because they are very slippery. If you're live this morning in Lansing, Michael Thomas, 6 News.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, good Friday morning, Mid-Michigan. The snow finally beginning to wind down for many of us. Roads still snow-covered and slick, and you're going to want to give yourself some extra time on the way to wherever you need to go this morning. Here's a look at the Skyview Network, our St. John's cam. Light snow continues, but the majority of it is done. We're at 19 this morning. Wind essentially calm, so it feels like 19. The WLNS cam, 127. Moving along all right. You still see it's slow going. We're at 19. It feels like 10. And you certainly want to give yourself some extra time wherever you're heading, like I mentioned. Jackson, the snow's been very light. We're at 18 this morning. Feel like temperature is just 8. The snow is finally moving off to the east. Now, it's just about cleared the Lansing area outside of a few snow flurries. And we'll be left with flurries for the next hour or two, but the majority of the moderate snowfall is winding down for us here in mid-Michigan. That includes here in Lansing, where you see the snow is now more centered over Shiawassee and Livingston counties, and off of the south, a lot of the snow winding down for places like Jackson and Hillsdale, moving off to the east. Visibility at 1.25 miles in Lansing, so still reduced, but we're making improvements. We're down to 1 mile in Howell, 1.5 miles in Owasso. The dark gray is where you see the most impact of visibility, and that is from that area of snow that is pushing across the state. Winter weather advisory remains in effect until 8 o'clock, although they may expire this early. It only runs for another 1.5 hours, but the snow will be winding down. It's essentially done for areas to the west of Lansing outside of some snow flurries. It's 19 in Lansing and St. John's this morning, 18 in Owasso and Mason. We're also at 18 in Jackson, 19 degrees this morning in Hillsdale and Charlotte. Winds continue out of the north. They've actually increased a bit. That's blowing around some of that snow, and it's also dropping our wind chills down below 10 degrees. It feels like 7 in Lansing and Charlotte, 6 in Mason, and just 8 degrees in Jackson. As we head through the day today, we'll see some slight improvement up to the mid-teens. But then they drop right back down overnight tonight into tomorrow, down to the single digits, and it's going to be a cold start to our Saturday, much like today is. Precision Cast shows as that snow moves away, we're left with mostly cloudy skies through the majority of our day today. But then notice that we hang on to the clouds right on through the day today and into the overnight. Saturday starts off mostly cloudy, but then we see some breaks in the cloud cover begin to develop, especially in the afternoon. The last few hours of the day should be partially sunny, if not completely sunny for some folks. And we completely clear out the clouds briefly overnight, Saturday into Sunday. It's during the day on Sunday where we start to see the clouds build back in to the area. For today, high temperature 25 degrees, snow early, that's coming to an end already. We'll be left with mostly cloudy skies through much of the day. And we get down to a low overnight tonight of 14. It's going to be partly cloudy and cold with those wind chills back down below 10. But no snow to contend with. And really, the 6th day looks pretty nice outside of the snow this morning. It shows temperatures in the 30s for the next 5 days. And not only that, no major chances of rain or snow. We can still see a few showers here and there, but no major systems. There's a potential for one at the end of next week. But until then, boy, the forecast looks pretty easy going for us to close out the month of February and open the page into March. A look at traffic conditions shows no major crashes or backups, just general slow-going travel, especially towards the Detroit area where that snow is moving through. So if you're heading east, give yourself plenty of time. Really, no matter where you're heading, you're going to want to plan for an extra long commute this morning. The current time is 6:19. We've got more heading your way on 6 News this morning. We'll be right back.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
I'm Siobhan Klipfer, and if you're looking for a different kind of lunch break, check out the Daily Digital Debrief every weekday here for you at 12:30 on WLNS.com and on the 6 News app. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of weather, and a little bit extra.
All right, Michael, we appreciate it as always. Thank you so much. Well, state Democrats introduced a number of new bills that supporters say protect workers from various issues, both in and away from the workplace. One is the Worker Freedom Act, and if made law, it would ban employers from forcing workers to attend a meeting or participate in any required communication with the sole purpose of sharing the employer's opinion on religious or political matters, or to discourage unionization. A different bill makes it easier for workers to use recreational or medical marijuana. It bans employers from firing or punishing employees who participate in legal activities when they are off the clock. Employers would also be banned from forcing employees to waive that right.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer is now joining a new bipartisan coalition of governors calling on Congress to pass the CHIPS Act, which would increase the domestic production of semiconductor chips. Supporters say this legislation would offer business incentives to motor companies in an attempt to eradicate the overall scarcity of the chips. The huge reduction of these chips has had major implications for the auto industry over the past few years, as many attempt to make electric vehicles the norm. As it stands, 2 forms of this bill have already been passed by the House and Senate, but work remains to get to the finalized version. 6 News will keep you updated.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
I'm Siobhan Klipfer, and if you're looking for a different kind of lunch break, check out the Daily Digital Debrief every weekday here for you at 12:30 on WLNS.com and on the 6 News app. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of weather, and a little bit extra. We'll see you then.
Welcome back, everybody. 6 News is not only here for you on air, but also online at WLNS.com.
So joining us now live in studio is 6 News digital reporter Autumn Pitcher with what's trending on the web right now. Good morning, Autumn.
Good morning, Kira and Jorma. The Michigan House passed a bill this week that allows experimental drug use or treatment for COVID-19 patients. Michigan has an existing Right to Try Act that lets patients facing serious illnesses use experimental drugs if a doctor gives the okay. It's typically used for cancer patients as a last resort, and now the new bill that's moving forward to the Senate hopes to provide the same option to people who are dying from COVID-19. According to the Guttmacher Institute, more than half of U.S. abortions are now done with pills rather than surgery. In their newest report, it showed in 2020 pills accounted for 54% of all U.S. abortions, up from nearly 44% in 2019. Officials say this has been an upward trend that spiked during the pandemic with the increase in telemedicine. And here in mid-Michigan, Lansing Community College received more scholarship money thanks to a generous gift from the estate of Richard Sellers. Sellers passed away in 2012, giving LCC $100,000 to help with scholarship funds. And after the death of his long-term partner, $900,000 was given to LCC for more scholarship funding.
A lot of money.
Very generous there.
Yeah, geez, I know.
It is.
I have, when we talk about inheritance, none for me. I have no one that makes any money, so,
No.
wow, huge gift. That's about roughly $1 million in total, right?
I've been really
Changer.
thankful for my scholarships.
Yeah.
I actually paid for college with scholarships.
Yeah.
All through scholarships.
I'm still paying for my
so-
college.
I know, so am I. I wasn't smart enough. I didn't fill out the form.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I didn't apply for scholarships.
Well, it's funny. I had a couple of scholarships, but when the total amount of tuition over the course of 4 years is
Exactly.
$75,000,
Right.
you know,
It makes a tiny
yeah,
bit.
it adds a little.
I was lucky. I was fortunate.
Yeah.
But it's all those essays.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Those were rough.
I'm glad I'm done with those.
Are
right.
you? We work in news. We write them all
Yeah.
the time. Right.
This is 6 News Now. We will begin in 60 seconds. Six News Now will begin in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. 6 News Now will begin shortly.